Hi, I'm Joanna. I own Fur and Featherworks, and I'm here today to explain some of our most commonly asked questions about our puppy kindergarten class. The most common question we get is, does my puppy need to be done their vaccines before they come to class? And the answer is no. That's for a very good reason. It is important to get your puppy vaccinated. Stick with your vaccine regime, whatever it is your vet asked you to do. Keep going and complete your puppy's vaccine series. However, it's also important to socialize your puppy before their vaccines are done. That critical socialization window, the one you always hear about in puppies, that ends right around 4 months or so, right about the time that their vaccines are done, depending on your vet. And unfortunately, if you don't get your puppy out and exposed to the world a little bit before their vaccines are done and before that critical socialization window closes, you can set your puppy up for fear and aggression and behavior problems later on down the line. So it's very important to get your puppy out and socialize them before their vaccines are done, but you need to be very careful how you do it, because parvo is a real problem in our area, and you need to be very careful what you expose your puppy to before their vaccines are completed. That's where a puppy kindergarten class comes in. It's a clean, safe environment where we see vaccine records for every dog who goes through that training center, and we know they've all been seen by a vet, they're all well cared for in family homes, and they're all up to date on their vaccines. We also clean the training center with rescue disinfectants. We sanitize the floors once a week, and if someone has an accident in class, a little potty accident or something, we clean it up right away with the same disinfectants. We also are very careful to keep the objects in the training center clean. So there is no communal water bowl. Each puppy gets their own separate paper water bowl that we then recycle after class. If we loan you a toy or a chewy or a towel, I will take it home and I wash them in my house in the dishwasher or in the washer and the dryer, depending on what it is. It gets laundered and then it goes back to the training center. So they're only used once between washings. So we make it as safe as we possibly can for your puppy to come, but it is important not to keep them in a bubble during that critical socialization period. If you have any questions about our cleaning or vaccine protocols, please ask us. We are an open book about this stuff. We're happy to answer any questions that you or your vet may have. The second most common question we tend to answer on puppy kindergarten class is, what's the difference between socialization and training? So this is actually an important difference to us trainers. Most people contact us for a puppy kindergarten class because their puppy doesn't have any training. So it's acting like a puppy. They are pulling on the leash, jumping on all their guests, grabbing things and running away from them. They don't come when called. They don't know how to sit, lay down, stay, that sort of thing. Here's the thing. You can actually teach a dog at any age to walk nicely on a leash and greet guests politely and come when you call them. But you can't really socialize very well after they've grown up. Their little brains just aren't as malleable as they are when they're puppies. So if you have to pick something to focus on while you have a puppy, focus on the socialization. Because the reality is, you can have the best trained dog in the world. That dog can have an incredible recall, it can have a beautiful heel, it can stay while you're out of sight, never dash through a door, and that's wonderful. But if your puppy is too scared of the world to perform because they weren't socialized properly before they were 5 months old or so, then nobody will ever see your beautifully well-mannered dog. So I know we're all pressed for time and energy because we all lead such busy lives. If you have to pick something, pick the socialization and work on the training later. We can always do that at any age. We'll help you. People also tend to have a lot of questions about how the structure of puppy kindergarten class works, because it's not structured in the traditional way of a class, the way people think of classes. Usually when people sign up for a class, they expect to start on the same day as everyone else in the class. Everyone attends the class together, then they all graduate on the same day. That's actually not how our puppy kindergarten classes work. Our puppy kindergarten classes work on an open enrollment or continuous enrollment structure. What that means is, as you attend class, you'll see that each week someone with their puppy will graduate, and then the following week a new puppy and handler will take their place. We actually love this system for several reasons. The first reason is, it means you can start as soon as possible. So you don't have to wait for the class start date because there is no class start date. You can start as soon as someone graduates and you can take their place. So it means that we can get more puppies into puppy kindergarten faster at an earlier age without the long waiting periods. The second reason we love this structure, especially for puppy kindergarten, is because instead of being exposed to the same set of 6 or 7 dogs and people for the entire course, they're actually exposed to more than that. They get to make friends and learn to navigate social relationships with more different people because each week someone new is joining. So it's much better for socialization purposes. And it also creates a really nice, very sweet, sort of heartwarming atmosphere. People sort of expect that maybe they're going to feel stupid or behind if everyone's been in class before them, but don't worry about that. The curriculum is very carefully and cleverly designed to avoid that situation. It is highly normalized so that everyone's at a different level with their puppy, and what tends to happen is the people and dogs who've been in class for a little longer, they might be a little closer to graduation, they tend to support and uplift and guide the people and dogs who have not been in class for as long. And it's really nice for the new people to look at the people who've been in class for longer and see where their dog will be in just a few short weeks. So it creates a very kind, supportive environment between dog owners, and we actually just love it as instructors because it's very, very sweet to watch and it's a nice environment to be in. The final question that we get all the time is, can my spouse, kids, aunt, uncle, grandparent, dog sitter come to class? And the answer is yes, absolutely. Bring them all. Everybody is welcome in puppy kindergarten class. The more the merrier. We love to have children attend class. Not only is it great for the kids, it's great for the other puppies who maybe don't live with children, or maybe their owners have a hard time socializing their puppy to children. We love when you bring your school-age kids to class because we can share that kid around and have the puppies exposed to some nice kids. We love husbands and grandparents and dog sitters to attend class. Yes, please. Dog training works best when it's really consistent. And the easiest way to keep it consistent among all of the different family members is to have everybody hear it from the horse's mouth. We also give you written homework, so that kind of helps with that. But yes, we'd love for them to come to class. The only exception to that rule is really little children and babies. If your kiddo is under about human kindergarten age, they tend to get kind of bored and fidgety and they don't really like puppy kindergarten class. So if you have to bring your young kiddo to class, please bring them something to do, like maybe bring them their iPad or your smartphone or whatever, because they will get bored and fidgety. They don't really like it. But about school-age children, 6-ish and above, they love puppy kindergarten class. They make great little dog trainers, and we are happy to have them. So by all means, bring them. They'll love it. If you have any other questions about any of our class offerings or private lessons, please let us know. We're happy to answer all of your questions. The phone number is 775-420-2322. You can also email us at admin@furfeatherworks.com, or you can often find a lot of answers to your questions on our website, which is furfeatherworks.com. We look forward to hearing from you soon.